Woodards. I am your host for the evening, Craig Woodards Sr., and this is episode 25. And yes, we are keeping the story alive. We're keeping things going. I have a special guest joining me today. Happens to be one of my twin cousins. I'm sure he'll say he was the better looking twin.
That's right.
Jerry might have something to say about that. Please give it up for my special guest, Terry Roberts. Terry, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, fam.
I appreciate it, man. This is, wonderful to get you on, being a part of the JusticeforChello Coalition. We got 6 members, man, and we've been rolling heavy, and we had a big week last week. Before we get into that, I want to give those new listeners and new viewers just a little bit of background of what we're actually talking about. So, background information. On July 2nd, our cousin, Marcello Woodard, was shot and killed by a parole officer. We believe to be his parole officer while he was sitting in the car unarmed. And this has sent shockwaves through Erie County. And we have been trying to get answers from the DA's office. And we've gotten one statement, and the second statement basically said, see the first statement. And all they're saying basically is we are investigating, and they haven't said much at all. They tried to throw some smoke screens out there that we have discussed in the past shows. But the fact of the matter is he was sitting in the car was not moving, he was unarmed, and he was shot 3 times allegedly by his parole officer. So that's the backstory. And so, Terry, we've been working real hard behind the scenes here, man,
since day one.
Weeks, right?
Yes, yeah. And been about 6 weeks.
7 weeks now.
7 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, and we've been reaching out to, of course, the best civil rights attorney in the country. Everyone knows Attorney Ben Crump. And, finally, we got him.
That's right.
Terry, talk to me, man. You were a big part of the communication end of that. How did this all happen?
Well, we've been reaching out to him for a while, and we understood that he was busy in other cities and states taking care of things, and we knew he was coming. Right. And when we got the call that's I'm coming on this specific day that he came, it was like at the night before, I couldn't sleep.
Yeah,
I couldn't sleep. It was like being on Christmas Eve as a kid, man. I could not sleep.
Yeah.
So it was a wonderful feeling, man.
And then when he got there and reality kicked in, that had to have been a great feeling. And I want to just talk about this for a minute, because I was listening to Marcus Atkinson's podcast, and he was talking about us, and he was talking about Crump. He was saying how much the JusticeforChello Coalition did to get Crump's attention. And when he came into the airport, he flew into the Cleveland airport, and they were like, "Oh, you're here in Cleveland. We know who you are. What are you doing in Cleveland?" And he said, "I'm not doing anything here in Cleveland. I'm heading over to Erie to handle the Marcello Woodard case." And then somebody in the background said, "Oh, it must be, a black thing or a black case or something." Mm-hmm. And then he said, "It's not a black or white thing. It's a right. It's a right or wrong thing."
That's right.
And he said that at the press conference.
Yes.
What did that mean to you?
What it meant to me was, he's not just for one race.
Yeah.
His job isn't just for African Americans, it's for everybody. So any color that's fighting situations, he's there. He's coming. Yeah. Yep.
And we talk about this because, of course, the facts of the case is, our cousin Marcello was black, and the 2 parole officers were white, but that has not been the existence of this case at all. Those are just simple facts of this case.
That's right.
The fact of this case is that we want justice, and there has not been an arrest, a termination, or anything. And I'm hearing that one of the parole agents are back to work now.
Back in the building, I heard.
Back in the building, and
Back in
one
the
of
building.
them, one of them was seen at the Cambridge Springs prison allegedly. You know, and
Yeah.
I really don't understand how this can possibly happen when the family has not been notified of this. You know, you would think that there would be better communication from the DA's office. You know, especially when we, you know, are all thinking that this elected official is the attorney for the people. Well, we got the attorney for the people, and that's Ben Crump. You know.
Yeah.
And he came well equipped with a team, and attorney Thomas Fitzpatrick was here. You know, tell me about the press conference. They had it at Second Baptist Church at 12:30 this past Thursday. You were front and center.
I'm gonna tell you, first off, when we first walked into Second Baptist, me and two other brothers from the coalition, brother Malcolm and Shannon, we walked inside. And as we were walking inside, I think my twin brother was with me as well. You could just see the energy. They were standing up front talking, and it was like slow motion. We was walking, but it was like slow motion glide. But you could see the energy, man, and you just knew right then and there. I said, "This is real. It's real. They are in our city. This is real." And when he came out, he sat. Actually, he talked to us. And then he said, who has the video? And he wanted to see this video, and he literally investigated right there in front of us, like, whoa, this and that, blah. I won't say too much on here, but and then after he saw it, he said, I need y'all in the back. Go in the back. So he was back there for a while. And finally, when he came out, the energy was undescribable. I'm gonna say, you've played college football, I play college football. And when you make a big play, the stadium is going crazy. You can feel the stadium shaking. When Mr. Crump came out there on that, I don't want to say stage, I'll say the altar in the pulpit area. I was in the front, so I got all that energy from the back. It was a rush. I mean, I got goosebumps just thinking about that then. I'm still feeling that energy right now. You know, for those of you that don't know, I have said this before. Obviously, I am from Erie, but I live down in Tampa, Florida now. And unfortunately, I could not make the press conference. But, you know, my cousin had it on live on Facebook, and I watched the whole thing. And talking about energy, I felt the energy through the phone. Just watching and listening to every word he was saying and hearing the crowd. It seemed more like a church service than a press conference to me. You know what I mean? Would you agree? Yes. Definitely. Definitely.
How powerful was it to have these two high-end attorneys in the house?
The power, I can't even say power. It was a magical moment. It was a magical moment because hearing the stuff that they were saying that we didn't even come across as far as the whole situation. It was amazing because, you know, I felt like I was in a big seminar room, and I'm just taking notes on the things that they're saying, and you know, I don't know. It's undescribable. It's undescribable, man. It was just amazing, man, how they just came in and they didn't have no questions. They didn't say, oh, this is our fee. It was, no, let's get down to business. This is what we're going to do. And this is what you guys need to do.
And, you know, we put in a lot of work.
Yes, we did.
Diagnosed this video. You know, he looked at this video on the spot. I remember you were sending me a text message. You're like, cuz, send a video. I'm like, which video? Which one? We got so many different things. And they're like, no, we got it and stuff. And so, yeah, you're right on the spot. He's sitting there analyzing this video, and then he comes out with just a few powerful statements. And Attorney Fitzpatrick came up, and he spoke about this, which was, I thought, pretty key as well. And he said, we have the video. It's taken them more than 35 days to make an arrest, and they haven't. And they have the video. We have the video. If you don't like our video, then you provide a video. You know what
Right.
I mean? And
Right.
so the fact of the matter that we have something that is as detailed, and it's a little tough to see, but if you keep watching it and keep watching it, you can see that that vehicle was not moving before the
Yeah.
gunshots happened, you know, and
Yeah.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what Crump said as well. And I believe that they're going to try to have some experts try to clear it up and enhance it a little bit so that it
Yeah.
looks a little bit clearer. But,
Yeah.
you know,
This whole situation, it bothers me because these two parole officers, of course, they're law enforcement through the
Yes.
state, right?
yes,
I can be transparent about me.
right.
Okay, so in 2016, I got in trouble.
Yep.
Now, I worked at the Erie County Prison at the time. I don't know if you consider me a law enforcement or just a county worker, whatever it may be.
Mhm.
I got in trouble. I was plastered all over the news. It wasn't the district attorney that we have now. It was the district attorney beforehand. And nobody said, let him go and let him work from home
Right.
until the investigation is over. I
Right.
sat and I went to jail.
Yeah.
My bond was, I think, $150,000. I can be transparent about this.
Yeah.
And, you know, had I not posted that bond,
Yeah.
I'd have been sitting in jail fighting the case. You know what I mean? I'd have
Wow.
paid a lawyer. I'd have been fighting the case or whatever it may be. But these two guys get to go home, eat with
Yep.
their families and watch TV every day, go about and live normal lives, take trips, because they can leave the country and go out of town because they're not out on bond. So
Right.
they don't have to work. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
you know, it kind of makes me feel funny. I'm an African-American man,
Yeah.
you know, and I said that from the beginning. If that was me, I would be in jail. You know,
Absolutely.
and I don't want to make it I'm trying not to make it a white and black thing,
Yeah.
but it's the right thing.
Right.
And what they considered the right thing when they did to me was put me in jail, you know?
And let's talk about the wrong thing.
Yes.
The wrong thing is to not handle things the same way. When
Exactly.
the situation was even worse in this case. You
That's
know,
right.
if it would have been me or you, and we would have been the guys that shot and killed somebody,
Yep.
it wouldn't be day 38, day 39, and we're out at home barbecuing with our families.
Yep.
We're in jail.
Yeah,
Plain
in
and
jail.
simple.
Plain
You
and
know?
simple, especially when they came up. I was there on the scene.
Yeah.
And when state police and they told us there was no gun in the car.
Yep.
Marcello did not have a weapon on him. Nothing, no weapon on him.
Right.
When we watched the video, no dragging.
Right.
If he was drugged, we got pictures. Why wasn't your uniform tore off?
Right.
Why wasn't we hearing anybody screaming on the video? Because we got audio.
Yep.
Why wasn't we hearing anybody screaming, stop the car.
Yeah.
Help.
Yes.
We heard none of that.
Right.
So if we didn't see a tore up uniform, we didn't hear no screaming, you have witnesses telling us you should be in that county fighting a murder case on FPOT like they do anybody who goes to jail for murder. You sit on FPOT where you in and out every 2 hours.
Mm.
You're no longer a state parole officer, you're an inmate. That's what they should be.
You know, and I tell everybody, you know, it's not necessarily what you see on the video. It could be what you don't see on the video.
That's
There's
right.
a lot of facts in their statement that we don't see on the video. You
Right.
know, and that's important, right?
Yes, it is. Yep.
I saw a picture on social media after the fact, that same night,
Yep.
at the scene, where these two parole agents were walking down the street together.
Yes.
If you and I go and rob someplace and the cops are there, we're in handcuffs because we're suspects.
Yep.
We're put in separate cruisers.
Yep.
We're not put in the same cruiser. And the reason why they do that is because they don't want us to get our stories.
Our stories. Exactly.
But yet we see a picture with these two walking down the street together after they shot and killed our cousin. How do you explain that?
And you can't explain it because it just shows favoritism.
Yeah.
It shows nothing but favoritism. And then it makes it almost like it gives other And I'm not even talking about the police. I'm talking about maybe it's some other parole officer. It makes them think, oh, we got the green light to do what they did because we know we won't go to jail.
Right.
We'll be out here fighting our case, but they're not even cased up yet. They're not even have been arrested, but they're out here
Yes.
sleeping peacefully. And I
It's a
doubt
shame.
they sleeping peacefully, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot going on that they hear and see, because
Yeah.
we've been loud, and
Yes.
we have some demands, and I think that's a really good segue going in to the demands that the Justice for Cello Coalition have. We have 5 demands. Number 1, we deserve, speaking on behalf of the family, because
That's
I'm
right.
a Woodard, we deserve to have this guy terminated.
Yes.
There's no way that a killer should be walking amongst us and definitely not being able to go to work and provide for his family after he took one of our loved ones away from us. You know,
Hey, and they got so many so-called people that love them so much,
Yeah.
they could have easily got rid of them. They raised enough money to
Yeah.
help them out, pay their bills,
absolutely, absolutely.
and the lawyer.
So that's number 1, termination. Number
Yes.
2, we want an indictment.
Mhm.
This is it would be a first degree murder charge
Yes.
filed, and we want an indictment. We want a grand jury to say, "Hey, you guys have enough evidence to indict," and then after that, we want an arrest.
Right.
It's long overdue for an
Right.
arrest.
Right.
Long overdue.
Mhm.
That's the top 3. After that, okay, that's kind of just the beginning at that point.
Right.
Now we have
Right.
a lengthy trial. We've been talking about this being
Yeah.
a marathon and not a sprint, because it'll be next year sometime if this goes to trial, when the trial will be.
Yeah.
We then want a conviction.
That's right. Mhm.
And then after that, we want change. Something
Definitely.
has to change
Yes.
in order for this not to happen again. Now, the facts of this, right? This is the first time that this has happened in the state of Pennsylvania, and second time in the country. Am I right?
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
I mean, that just shows you how important this case is and how powerful it is that we all were able to get Attorney Crump's attention to come to Erie to
Yeah.
help us
Yeah.
fight for justice
Mhm.
for Cello. Your thoughts on those demands as well?
I'm with you wholeheartedly on it. And it's sad that we got to make them demands,
Yeah,
because it shouldn't have to be demands. It should be right now. Only thing we should be saying is, hope he's found guilty
yeah,
when the trial comes. We should be just sitting back while he's in jail,
right.
you know, getting his commissary, letting his family come visit him through that glass.
Yep.
You know, while Marcello's kids and family got to go visit him in the cemetery. They
What a
get to
shame.
talk to their family member. And I'm going to say this, when he does go to prison, they'll
Yeah.
have contact visits. They'll still have contact with him.
Yeah.
They took somebody away from us. They took somebody important to this community away from us, because the stuff that Marcello was doing was amazing. His change was amazing, and it was all geared to helping kids, you know? So my thing is this, man. We got demands, but our demands should have been made the night that the murder happened.
Yes.
Not killing, the murder happened.
Yes.
And they should have been in jail. And the only thing we should be waiting for is that trial and that guilty coming from the jury.
Absolutely. You know, at the press conference, I was highly impressed by his 22-year-old son, our little cousin.
Oh yeah.
Malachi. For him to go up as strong as he is. You know, and I was thinking about this. His dad was his age now when he was born.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And now he's got to be the man of the family. He's in his last year in college.
Yeah.
The first one in their direct family to graduate from college this May coming up.
Yep.
And he's got to be a father figure, man. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, he got a lot on his shoulders now.
Yeah.
And you know, with the help of men like yourself, me, my brother, and the rest of us, we can help him take some of that weight off.
Yep.
Whatever we can do is step in. But you know, he said it. He said, I'm going to have to be the one there for my sister's graduation. I'm going to have to help raise my little 8-year-old brother and teach him to be a man. And, we know at some point in time in life as men, we got to teach our sons, but not this way.
Yeah.
Not this way.
Very emotional situation. One of our first goals was to get this story to grow some legs so that we could get it on a national level. Now we have a national civil rights attorney involved, and we're starting to see this thing fly away. And hopefully it continues to grow bigger and bigger, and we get some national networks to cover this story. It is well deserved to have coverage.
Right.
And we definitely want that to happen. This is a very unprecedented thing that has occurred in the state of Pennsylvania, in Erie, Pennsylvania. Just some parting words about this entire process. What do you have to say to the people?
Well, only thing I can say is this, man. We shouldn't even be having this podcast right now.
Yep.
At least on this subject.
Yeah.
I'm going to say to everyone, but to my African American people, vote. And that was one of our topics today.
Yeah.
Vote.
Yeah.
Because if we start voting and educate our children, we can't sit here and complain about laws and this and that. Educate our children to go to college and become law enforcement judges, lawyers, work in the prisons, get involved in the law. It's not always a bad thing to work in law enforcement. We got to get that out of our mental of what the rappers or the so-called hoods say about law enforcement. No, flood the system. We should be encouraging our kids to get that education and flood the system so we can be treated fair.
And real quick too, you and your brother and Cindy had a meeting with Victor Mohammed today on a Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
Who's the right-hand person of Louis Farrakhan, and these are things that he talked about, right? You care to elaborate on that?
Yeah, he educated us on who hires judges or how judges and prosecutors and are getting in position with these votes and how long they're in office and dates that you should be going down there to know that this is when you need to vote. And most importantly, they made it so in Pennsylvania that felons, anybody who are felons or did time in prison, you're allowed to vote now. So this helps y'all out. And I don't want to make it like I'm separating myself when I say y'all, but it helps them out as well. When situations come, go vote now. You're allowed to vote. This can help you. They might have went through something, but they can help the next person out by, voting, So, I plan on making some serious moves. I don't want to say it, but I plan on making some serious moves within these next couple years that I think is going to be good. Me, my brother, Deontay. So, gotta start a change. And it's not all about, let's help out the African American community. No, this is like Mr. Crump said, right.
Yes.
Right.
Doing the right thing. And
that's it.
And that's all across the board, man. And I guess what I would say, not only to our Black community, definitely get out there and vote. You gotta use your voice to exert change. I want you all to think about what our ancestors went through to give us the right to vote. Our voice has to be heard. So definitely do that. But I also want to say thank you to all of our white friends, our Puerto Rican friends, our Asian friends, everybody out there that is fighting for justice for Cello.
That's right.
That has joined us out there in the protests, that has joined us on social media, that has contributed to the success of us continuing to have the energy to try to get Crump to come to town to fight for justice. All these people out here that have rallied behind us, I want to thank you on behalf of the Justice for Cello Coalition. We love you. We really appreciate your support, and we're just beginning. This is a marathon. We're at the beginning of the race. Do not be quiet. Do not be quiet. We need everyone's voice, and we need you to continue to put pressure on the DA's office. Okay, Terry, thank you so much for joining us, man. I really appreciate you. For Terry Roberts, I'm Craig Woodard. This has been Etcetera with the Woodards, episode 25. We'll see you next week.
I got one thing to say before you step off.
Yes, sir.
I want everybody to know that's watching this Justice for Cello Coalition, and I'm speaking this into existence. Once these 2 officers are convicted and gone to jail, Justice for Cello does not stop.
Yes.
This is a Justice for Cello will be a well-known thing for years to come. Yes. When I'm dead and gone, Justice for Cello will be still going on. This is a new thing.
We have brought this thing out, and we had no idea where it was going, but it led us to Justice for Cello Coalition, and we have been determined and agreed upon that Justice for Cello does not just stop with cello. It's going to be Justice for Cello Coalition going forward, and we will fight for other families that have been unjustly. We are here to fight for you, so continue fighting for us. We appreciate it. Terry, thank you so much, man.
My pleasure.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.